I'm Dave Monk. I'm the e-learning development coordinator for Harlow College. In 2014, Harlow College and its partner Kingston College were successful in bidding for an e-learning Futures project commissioned and funded by the Education and Training Foundation. The project really took off at the beginning of 2015 and is now drawing to a close. For the project, we have taken the Kingston College's Kube Model designed for a part-time HE business course and applied it to the 16 to 19 study programs in vocational business, media and hairdressing at Kingston. We have built on existing good practice and looked at how learning technologies can be used to create a culture of innovative, relevant and diverse online content.
I like using Kube anyway because obviously you can access it from home, because I always, if something's on Mac data and I get home, goes to do work and I forget to put it on my memory stick, then I'm just like, oh for God's sake, and I'm emailing people trying to get to send it to me.
I find it a lot easier to use my iPad at home and my phone to access Padlet, because I can import images onto Padlet once saving on an iPad. I think e-learning is the best thing that's ever happened to me, because especially with Padlet, the amount of work we had to cover, and it was all online, and it saved me.
So what have been the main benefits for you and your learners of implementing a blended learning model?
What I've tried to do, obviously the blended learning process is about half face-to-face and obviously distant learning. So I think really it's about that trust, and I think the students felt that I trusted them after obviously speaking to them face-to-face and giving them the clear objectives and targets, what they needed to do, and then stepping away from that.
For staff, obviously it took a little while to create the resources, but managed to find some really, really good software and applications which were easy to use that I could already use current resources for.
What was the biggest challenge you or your learners faced, and how did you overcome this?
The biggest challenge was not possibly being fully prepared for the technology changes at the start of the academic year. We tried to change the approach to curriculum halfway through the year, which had its challenges because it really raised the concerns that the infrastructure and the technology and equipment and staff training is a real priority. I would say the barriers were not always having the technology support.
What do you think is the most important thing governors need to know about the experience of delivering online learning?
The experience from a teacher's point of view is it really has, for myself and my staff, really got the staff really excited about teaching again. It's really opened their eyes up to what's going on outside there, overseas, in America, how it's a really big part of learning education in America, e-learning and blended learning.
I think the governors need to see it to believe it, and actually be in the classroom and actually actively see these learners going through that journey.
How do you feel about the future and the likely impact of using learning technologies to deliver part of your programme online?
I'm very for e-learning, I'm very excited about new different devices that can come across to us, also different apps. It's experimenting that, and I think it's putting that culture in place. I mean, I'm not worried about experimenting, and I think that's the little barrier that staff are worried if it's going to go wrong in the classroom. And I think it's the honesty, go into the classroom and say to students, look, I'm experimenting something today, if it goes wrong, whatever, it doesn't matter, but we're trying to move on with the culture of a new way of learning.